Here we go.
Hey guys, I'm Chris.
And I'm Andy.
And today we're going to be reviewing It Chapter 2, so let's get right into it.
So going into this movie, I was really excited for it because the expectations were kind of high because Chapter 1 of this movie I enjoyed a lot. What about you?
Yeah, it's really good. I like the Stranger Things vibe it has, and just seeing all the kids in Derry and how they plot against Pennywise is really enjoyable.
Yeah, there's definitely some cool scenes in there, and Pennywise, he was cool. Like, Bill Skarsgård played it really creepy.
Mhm.
And I liked Finn Wolfhard a lot. Richie and Eddie in that movie were the standouts, definitely.
I agree completely.
So this movie was, walking into it, I was excited, but leaving the theater, I was pretty disappointed. What about you?
Yeah, it was kind of a letdown, and I think the main reason it was a letdown is that runtime.
Yeah, and before we talk anymore, I just want to let you guys know that we're not going to be spoiling this movie at all just because it's opening weekend, and we just wanted to keep it spoiler-free, but yeah, the runtime is way too long.
Yeah, I believe it's 2 hours and 49 minutes.
Yeah, it was dragging at parts.
It really
For
was.
sure.
There's a portion in the middle of the movie where all the characters seem to kind of branch apart from one another. No spoilers, of course. And that middle hour really dragged for me.
Yeah, it definitely did, and the payoff of that storyline actually was useless, and I hated that.
Yeah, it was very
And you guys
sad
will know
to
what I'm
see.
talking about
Yeah.
when you see the movie,
Mhm.
but I didn't hate the movie as a whole. Something that I really liked was the cast.
Yeah, the adult casting was perfect across the board. And I love James McAvoy as Bill. He was one of my favorites. But the standout, we both agree, was Bill Hader as Richie.
Yeah, definitely. He was so funny, and he definitely had the best comedy of the movie.
Mhm.
And behind him, Eddie, but Bill Hader brought something that was real good. He was emotional, but also really funny, like I said.
Yeah, he can bring it. He has a lot of range. I haven't seen the show Barry, but I've heard he's great in that in a more serious role. But I've always seen him in comedies, but overall, he brought it, and he was my favorite in this movie.
Yeah, he was really good, particularly in the dinner scene.
Yeah, he was very funny
He
there.
made me laugh a lot in that scene.
Another cast member that I really loved was Jessica Chastain as Beverly.
Yeah, she was great. I love Jessica Chastain, of course, and she had some cool moments, like with the grandma, like y'all saw in the trailer, and in the bathroom.
Yeah, she really brought it. That scene was, I'm not going to spoil it, but that was crazy.
Yeah, it was, definitely. And Ben in this movie, I thought the casting for Ben was perfect. Like, the face,
Yeah.
he looked such like him. Of course, he, like, changed, and they, like, make fun of him, like, Ben, you're hot now. But, like, that's the point.
Yeah, and then Eddie as well looked almost just like the kid version
Yeah,
of him.
yeah, and, like, his mannerisms were very similar. Mike was pretty good. He reminded me a lot of the kid, even though he was a little too serious for me,
Mhm.
but he was so interesting.
Yeah, all around the kid to adult casting was perfect.
Yeah, Stanley was definitely my least favorite kid, also my least favorite adult, but the casting was still good.
Yeah, it was perfect.
And in this movie, Pennywise, of course, he's back. And I thought that Bill Skarsgård was pretty cool in this movie, again, but he didn't have that much to do. Personally, I didn't think so.
Yeah, I really enjoyed him. He's definitely fantastic in the role, but I feel like he was underutilized.
Oh, yeah, he was definitely underutilized. And I think that, of course, like, he has some really creepy scenes, like when you see him coming out of the water,
Mhm.
and the funhouse scene, like y'all saw in the trailer. Like, that stuff, I thought he was good, but I just felt like I wanted more time on Pennywise. They show him, but, like, it's so fast.
Yeah, I agree. They definitely needed to give him more screen time and more to do because in the third act, I'm not a fan of what they do with him. That's all I'll say.
Absolutely not. I hate it. I hate it. And y'all see what happens in the movie, but something else I hate was how he took different forms, like the grandma and like the thing that Eddie's afraid of, the dirty thing.
Mhm.
Those things, the CGI in this movie was bad.
Very questionable CGI. I'm not sure how it actually got finalized for the movie.
There's
It's
something
really
I
bad.
was like, what? Like,
Yeah.
it's just like bad CGI.
It wasn't scary, and that's kind of sad because you go into this movie wanting to be scared, and it's a horror movie, but there's just it takes you out of the movie when you see that somewhat crappy CGI.
Yeah, it definitely took me out. I wasn't scared of this movie at any times, and a lot of it has to do with the CGI because those were the monsters that were coming after them that were supposed to be scary.
Yeah.
So something that I liked in this movie that was brought back from the first one is a character. I'm not going to spoil who, but this character comes back, and I thought that storyline was really good, like really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It was kind of weird. There's like another character that's associated with it. I'm really like dancing around spoilers here, and I wasn't crazy about that, but overall it kind of fit with the story.
Yeah, once again the CGI was bad on that person.
Mhm.
But yeah, the whole like seeing what happened in the past and then where that character ended up, I really liked that a lot, and it added something more to the movie. And then it became with the funny scene with someone's face.
Yeah.
That I liked a lot.
So overall, I was really looking forward to this movie, but I felt feeling somewhat disappointed because the ending was just anticlimactic and it dragged on too much in the end.
Yeah, I definitely did. It had that like Lord of the Rings feel. Like I thought it was gonna end, and it just didn't.
Yeah, it just kept going, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was definitely very disappointing to me.
Yeah, but overall, this movie wasn't a complete disaster, and I actually found myself enjoying it mainly because of the characters. And if I think back on this movie, if I want to watch the first It, I'll want to pop in It Chapter 2 right after it just because I like the characters so much. So I'm going to give It Chapter 2 a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the cast. Really held it together. Without them, it would be a mess to me. And some of it is enjoyable and rewatchable, but I just can't see myself going back to this, especially since the runtime is so long. So I would have to give it a 6 out of 10 for me.
All right.
Yeah, it was a letdown.
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to be a wrap for our review of It Chapter 2. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please be sure to like this video, comment your thoughts on It Chapter 2 down below, and comment down below which Pennywise you prefer, Tim Curry or Bill Skarsgård.
And for me, it's Bill. What about
Yeah,
you?
Bill for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I haven't even seen the original It miniseries. Not
Yeah.
ashamed to say it.
Yeah, I haven't either, but I've seen clips
I've seen
of Tim
clips,
Curry.
yeah.
And he's pretty good, but
Yeah, he
not
is.
the best.
Well, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It would mean the world to us. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.
See you guys.